Hey friends, I want to talk to you a little bit today about how stories impact our decisions. As most of you know, stories are really, really powerful. Have you ever just been listening to something on the internet or on TikTok or on YouTube, and you're listening to a story, and the next thing you know, you're laughing along with the person, or maybe you're getting emotional, maybe you're even getting frustrated because whatever story you're hearing is really resonating with you and it's making you upset. It's causing you to have some kind of emotion. Well, that really goes with the stories that we tell ourselves in our minds. The story that we tell ourselves impacts the state of mind that we're in. So it actually dictates if you're emotionally upset, like in a negative way, in a positive way, if you're frustrated, if you're excited about something, or it could be a very defeating story. The story that you're telling yourself about your life, about your business, about what you're capable of doing, or maybe what you're not capable of doing, all of the stories that you're telling yourself are impacting you, either in a positive way or in a negative way. And here's the beauty of this: you get to control it. This is one thing that you do have control over in your life, and that is what you choose to focus on, what the meaning that you give what you're focusing on, and then the decision that you make based on what you're focusing on. So here's my advice to you as we start January 2024. That is going to be really focus on the narrative that you're telling yourself, the story that you're telling yourself about why you can do something or why you're not able to do something. If the story that you're telling yourself is negative, I want you to pay attention to the state of mind that you get into once you tell yourself that story. Because your state of mind is going to impact your emotional capital. And your emotion is really where you're going to be basing your decision off of. So, if you really want to change your life this year, if you really want to impact your business, relationships, your wealth, and your financial mastery, your health and fitness, your spirituality, all of those things, it really is going to start with the story that you're telling yourself. That is where you can make the biggest impact. So let's pay attention to the story that we're sharing, the narrative around something. And listen, if you feel like the story that you're telling yourself is creating a negative state of mind, and then you're making a decision based on scarcity, I want you to reframe and expand what you're telling yourself. I want you to ask yourself if the story that you're telling yourself is true. Then I want you to ask yourself, is the story that I'm telling myself really true? If it's not, let's try to expand and really reframe what you're telling yourself. I want you to try to make it positive. And through that, I want you to start asking yourself, well, if I could do this, what would the resources need to be? What resources would I need to achieve this thing that I'm wanting to do? Try that and see how it works. Have a wonderful January.